This might not be good to video because sometimes the little brother is never wearing clothes. So hold on a minute. How much time and effort would it take to come from a really passive where we're sitting and listening to a song with our mouth closed and our eyes kind of looking around, or how much work would it take for us to get to being we are making our own music, we are creating our own sound? Very little, right? I just started helping to animate the junior youth group. Okay. You want to sit with me? Okay, but you can't bump this. An animator is somebody who just helps. I mean, because there's materials that the junior youth study, and so there's prayer study, there's some song, and then the rest of the program is really it's about developing relationships with the kids and helping them to decide what their path of service is and to feel like they're taking charge of their own action and their own reality. A junior youth group, as far as I understand, is just a group in the community of kids that live near each other that come together to find ways to use a spiritual foundation to make practical changes in their lives and of their and in the lives of their family and their neighbors.
It is a group that supports all children in believing in what they believe in and being able to pray together and not in separate groups and being able to do it as a community.
It means helping people and helping people who are around me.
It's like a place where kids could come to feel comfortable and stuff, where they can just be themselves. Every Saturday we get together and we communicate about what's going on.
We talk about things that are kind of going on, probably, for you, and just to make sure you're not alone.
So it's really the beginning of social action. And you can see that we have a really tremendous group of kids here, and we're really at the beginning of developing ourselves as social activists for positive change, to find those qualities that are inherent in the human spirit in all of us and build those bridges that need to be built so that we can overcome any differences that might be barriers otherwise. And we really get to just really explore what it means to be kids together in the neighborhood.
Remember when those horses pooped on the side? And then we got these. I had 4 of them.
I get to help some of the kids and their siblings with some homework sometimes, so I'm often around, or helping edit essays on Google Docs. So please leave your message, but no answer. Okay. All right, this is when we say a prayer, right? But it does involve reminding, and they're young, right? So we're talking 11, 12, 13-year-olds, and so it does involve me going, reminding them, or calling and making sure they've had breakfast, calling early to see, did you get up? Do you have breakfast?
Calm down.
Have to separate yours. We're not going to have any physical contact. Okay, so you guys yeah. You can stop? You guys cool? Everybody good? Good? All right. I love it. I just love it so much. There's kids in this group who, before this group started, weren't even allowed to play together because they have different religious traditions.
We talk a lot about God and how we can help around in our community to make it a more better and a safer place.
We do have families that go to the mosque. We have families that go to churches. We have some families that don't have a religious group.
My grandparents, they never believe in stuff and God.
I grew up in a religious household. My family were Christians.
Islam.
Or Baha'is.
My mom and dad always ask us to read the Bible, go to church, and pray every night when we go to sleep and when we wake up.
Yeah, I usually read the Quran. I used to when I was in Sudan visiting. There's a teacher who helped me, but I know 1.5 of a page.
We read Baha'i prayers. and we go to the Baha'i Center every night, every 19 days. And my family helps teach the children's classes.
It's actually cool meeting friends who are Christian, Muslim, and other religions. For it to help the community, it's like not as separated groups, like this person believes this thing and we're not going to be friends with them because they believe that certain thing. It's more like we all need to be together as a community and be united.
1, 2, 3, go. Love, 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 love your fellow man. Love, love, love is how the world began. God loved creation, so he created thee to love, love, love him and humanity.
Prayers are really important.
The importance of having prayer is to get stuff off your chest, like that you really want to say, and so you could talk to God about it. For me, it's like talking to God about my emotions and how I can like deal with it.
It kind of sets the tone for what the class is gonna be.
That art my lamp and my life is gonna be get out from me.
I mean, I love it. Like, we live in a multinational world, like, you know, and I think, you know, white privilege is when you can, you know, set yourself separate from all the other people in the world. And, you know, I didn't grow up with that as an option. We've always lived in diverse communities, and but I think so we have this obligation to like know each other.
I wasn't more like of the kid that would like go outside and stuff and like explore things. I just like to stay inside. But this helped me a lot because I got to go outside and help around with things like that. It's fun and it's really helpful for me. It just gets like some stress off because you know you're helping people when you're not doing anything like wrong.
It helped me like not give up and like try anything because everybody is good at everything and anybody can do anything.
Well, it actually kind of doesn't help me decide because this helps me understand everything from about like 100 different views that other people might have and that I could have.
To not judge people on who they are and what are their religions. It inspires me to know that we're all the same and that it's important that we are together.
You know, they become tools, right? For life and for service. If you're talking about patience, then you get to practice the art of patience. And that helps you, you know, as a spiritual person, but it also helps you get a job later in life. You know, these are very practical things.
It's accord. It's all one word. ACCORD is how you spell it. Does anyone know this word? Yeah.
Doesn't it mean like together?
Learning about unity, learning about getting along. It helps you like not hurt your neighbor, not have an argument with somebody, not get involved in a fight. It helps you see maybe somebody else's perspective and then become, you know, a diplomat or an ambassador for change in your community. It's not about indoctrination or changing anyone's belief, but it's about respecting really the human soul. It doesn't really require much. It just requires perseverance, I think, would be the key. Because at the beginning we had like 2 kids or 3 kids. So I think just every week coming back and just being that kind of consistency that no matter what, no matter if you act up this week and, you know, we ask you, you know, like, we're still gonna come back. We're still gonna love you. This class is still for you. This is your group. This is your community.